What's up YouTube? It's MurphyD55 coming to you with another Madden 23 video, and today we're going to talk about all the new cards and features being released with Madden 23 coming out in just a couple weeks. So EA did a special stream last night where they covered the headliners, the team captains, as well as the top 10 quarterbacks, and we're going to take a look at all of those guys in this video. Check it out. Alright guys, so let's get right into it with the content you might have missed if you weren't able to catch EA's special stream last night. So first of all, they went over the Headliners program, the first promo of the year, and gave us a glimpse at some of the cards that we're going to be able to get from there. They also showed us all four of the team captains. You'll be able to pick one of them that will get any team chem for your squad, similar to past years of Madden, as well as the top 10 quarterback rankings. But first and foremost, guys, something kind of interesting this year, they have a little update to power-ups. There's not going to be as many of them used this year, and it says here, lower overall elite players will be limited to abilities within their buckets that go with their archetype, whereas higher overall elite players will have custom ability buckets, kind of similar to golden tickets, and also some of the limited Ultimate Legends that got released later in the year here. So these might include discounted AP on abilities or cross-archetype abilities, and that was such a huge bonus with players like Andre Johnson, some of the other limiteds released this year. I think it's kind of a cool feature, to be honest. So most elites are going to have the ability to swap team chemistries, and most of them will also get their secondary positions when applicable here. So you won't necessarily need a power-up in order to fit those players into your roster the way that works best for you. So some power-ups will be designed to exist within certain programs. I think they said there will be some in effect for the Headliners promo, and the Legends program will have a power-up design within it as well, so it keeps cards a little bit more viable and makes them work for theme teams as well. So one of the common questions they had asked, guys, is there going to be a MUT Master this year? Last year we had Cam Chancellor. He was glitchy. He was my user the whole year. So it says there's going to be something new called the Field Pass. Okay, so there's going to be a Field Pass and a Season Pass, and they'll contain a lot of objectives that are similar to how we used to grind for MUT Master. So for the Season Field Pass, guys, there's going to be player rewards. So you'll be able to get 5 of them in Season 1. And then there's also going to be a head-to-head field pass that you can grind, so there will be player rewards that will update every 2 weeks for that. So it gives us a reason to play the game, a reason to grind for it. Still not sure how I feel about not having just that one upgradable MUT Master, but I think they're going to make it work. It's a little bit of an interesting change to the MUT format. Now, another thing here, guys, there's the Headliners Field Pass. So this goes along with the first promo of the year here. So it can give you coins and season XP. It can also give you a 74+ overall Headliners player, a 78, 79 overall headline player. It gives you a 86 overall player and a fantasy pack for another 86 overall as well. So these are all different rewards that you can grind by getting XP and by doing some program-specific challenges. Now, moving on, guys, to the team captains first and foremost. These are going to be some pretty glitchy cards that you can use throughout the year. So the one that I think I'm most interested in is probably this cornerback here, Eric Allen, because he has that 86 speed threshold, which a lot of the top rookie premiers and core elite players have here. He's got good jumping, pretty much balanced stats across the board here. The one thing you don't see here is any 88 overall stats, and he is an 88 overall, but the fact that he gets all team chems could definitely help him with that. Now, another option here, Sam Adams. I did use Jack Youngblood last year, a defensive lineman on my team all the way through, because I find normally these team captains are a little bit lesser than the best players at their position released in game here. 78 speed is really decent for a defensive tackle. He's got great strength at 88, great power moves and block shed. Honestly, this card looks pretty solid, so this would probably be my second choice if I had to choose one. And next up we have Larry Zonka, a fullback. Honestly, for me, running gun bunch, even though they say it might be a little bit nerfed this year, I don't see myself taking this one because you don't have a fullback on the field 99% of the time. Really, the only time I use fullback is for using goal line fullback dive if I'm at the 1 yard line. And next up, guys, there's Keyshawn Johnson. So another good wide receiver option, although he's only 85 speed for an 88 overall. That seems pretty low, so I imagine he's going to be a bit behind the top tier speed players as the year progresses here. He's got really good jumping, really good catching, solid medium and short route running. So definitely a solid option here, but somebody I'll probably pass over. Now, on to the Headliners promo. They showed us a couple of the top tier cards you can get here. One of them being potentially the best running back in the game early on. We got Joe Mixon here, and he has first one free X Factor as well as backfield mismatch. So he'll be good in the catching game because of that, even though his catching is only 69 overall. But if you look here, 86 speed is pretty top end. Great acceleration, really good carrying, break tackle, trucking, change direction. This card is going to be a game breaker early on for sure. And this next card is one that I'm thrilled about, and it's making me want to use the Niners-Chiefs theme team again, which I have done for the last 3 years. We got Snead here. He's a man archetype cornerback, but he does have 88 speed, which is incredible. 90 jumping is really, really good. 89 man, only 84 zone, but honestly, this card looks super balanced overall, and that speed, especially on a theme team, is going to be absolutely insane if we do get theme team boost this year, which hasn't been confirmed yet. Now, moving on to the 86 overall players here, we have Carson Wentz, an improviser QB here. He's got decent speed at 79, pretty good throw power at 86 overall, good throw on the run, really good short accuracy and deep accuracy, and a little bit lacking in medium accuracy here. We also have Divine Diablo, who was one of the best strong safety users last year for the Oakland Raiders theme team. He's now been moved to the right outside linebacker position here. 86 is really good, so I would definitely look at him opposite maybe that 87 speed Micah Parsons as my glitchy starting two outside linebackers to start the year. Not a whole lot of strength here, but he has great acceleration, decent block shed, and again, his power and finesse moves are not fantastic. Now moving on to the next 86 here, we have Donald Parham Jr., 85 speed, which is really good. It'll put him in that upper echelon of tight ends, a little bit faster than George Kittle, who I think is the fastest core elite. He's got really good catching here. Run blocking is not great, but he does have great spectacular catch and short route running as well. So definitely a solid vertical threat option at the tight end position. Now we also have Gabriel Davis, another solid player on the Bills theme team to start things out, along with guys like Von Miller and Josh Allen. He's got 85 speed, which is still pretty good, puts him in that upper echelon just below the 86s. 86 jumping, 85 catching, 85 catching traffic, and 86 deep route running. Really solid stats here. Not as good in the short passing game, but honestly this card looks like he could be a beast. Now moving on to, we have Quiddy Pay, who was one of my favorite team builders from early last year. I really enjoyed using that card for the opening weeks. 81 speed, pretty solid for right end here. Good strength at 84, and his power move and block shed is glitchy. Definitely a card that I would take a look at for sure. And again, all these cards have baked in superstar X factors as well as abilities. And now moving on to the 82s, this is making me think that I'm going to have Caleb Farley on my team week 1. 87 speed, it puts him as the second fastest cornerback behind Snead. So honestly, I might be rocking a combination of Farley, Snead, and potentially one of the rookie premieres. So I really like this card, even though it's an 82 overall. It could be similar to that Dante Jackson card last year. That was a great budget beast when the game first came out. Now, if you look over to this next card here, Elijah Moore, a little bit slower here, really good catching, but the rest of his stats are pretty mid. I'd probably pass over this 82. We also have Milton Williams here, defensive tackle, good speed, mediocre strength, mediocre everything else. Doesn't really have a great power move or finesse move here. Decent block shed, could be a good theme team option for Eagles players. And we have John Runyon, a left guard for the Packers theme team. I know the Packers feel like they're always getting sold with linemen early on in the year here, but he's got good strength, good pass blocking, and solid run blocking. So really a pretty good option here if you don't have the coin to go out and get those rookie premier offensive linemen. And next up, we have a middle linebacker for the Atlanta Falcons, Michal Walker here, 80 speed, 82 acceleration, really good power moves, not great block shed here, or that's really good hit power rather. So it could be decent in coverage, but again, a little bit slower than those top end guys that I'd be looking to target. I'd rather have the Fred Warner card if I could afford it. And next up, we have James Conner. I mean, a 79 speed running back's not going to get anyone too excited. 79 excel here. He does have really good catching, so maybe as a third down back, but I'd steer clear of this one unless you're running a Cardinals theme team for sure. And now, guys, this is a look at some of the high gold players that are going to be available. So we have Eric Stokes, Rashad Bateman, Trey Lance, 79. Could take a look at that card. It could be glitchy. Joe Tyron Shoyinka, Joseph Noteboom, Cameron Bynum, Viking Skull Hype, love that. Julian Okwara, and Kadarius Toney. We also have some of the low gold options available here. We have Darrell Taylor, Adam Troutman, Ogbania Okoronkwo. That's a tough name to say. We got Sam Cosme, Osa Odiguzua. Man, this is tough. This is a freaking gauntlet of names here. Rondale Moore from the Cardinals, Mac Wilson Sr., Ben Swaronik, Kyle Trask, and Grant Delpit. So these are all some of the ones that will be available in sets and packs related to the Headliners promo. Now, last but not least, guys, we're going to move on to the top 10 quarterbacks, which were released last night on stream here. So we have Josh Allen, the best quarterback in the game this year to start. He's got 80 speed, which is really good, 89 throw power, which I would have to imagine is the highest in the game. He's got decent short, medium, and deep accuracy, really solid throw on the run. This is probably going to be my target for week 1, depending on what release they give him this year. And next up, we have Patrick Mahomes, who hopefully with the new variety of release types, they're going to give him a usable one. Last year, he had such a hitch in his throw that I actually hated using his card. Even his 88 that started the year out, you could get for free. So he's got 78 speed, which is decent. Pretty good throw power, 87, not quite as good as Josh Allen's. Really good short accuracy, and he equals Josh Allen in medium and deep accuracy. And look at the throw under pressure, throw on the run, play action is really, really solid, making him one of the best quarterbacks in the game, provided he gets a good release. Now, next up, we have Aaron Rodgers, who might, it's either between him or Josh Allen, who's going to be my starting quarterback, assuming I can afford one of them, going no money spent here. So he's got 72 speed, which is still usable. 87 throw power is really good. He normally gets sold on that. Short accuracy, medium accuracy, deep accuracy, the best in the game, and really good throw into pressure, throw on the run, and play action. And assuming he still gets that slinger one release and it's still the best one in the game, this could be the best quarterback come week one. Now, next up, we have Tom Brady here. He's got the hilariously slow 57 speed. I mean, the guy's 45 years old. What do you expect from him? His throw power is a little bit low at 85 overall. Short accuracy is good. Medium and deep is kind of on par with the other top-end quarterbacks here, but throw under pressure is decent. Throw on the run is not good. Play action solid. This card that I'll definitely pass on just because of the speed if you want to get out of the pocket a little bit with him. Now, Justin Herbert has a pretty good-looking card here. This is another intriguing option here. 78 speed is definitely usable. 87 throw power puts him in that second tier. Good short accuracy, decent medium, and good deep accuracy, as well as pretty solid in throw under pressure, throw on the run, and play action. So definitely a card to look at here if he gets a better release than he did last year. And next up, we have Matt Stafford, again, a really slow pocket-type passer here. Really good throw power, pretty on par as far as accuracy goes. Not great throw on the run, and pretty mediocre across the board. This is a card that I'm going to avoid, again, because of the slowness when rolling out of the pocket. Next up, we have Joe Shiesty himself, Joe Burrow, fresh off a Super Bowl appearance here. 71 speed, so a little bit slow with that surgically reconstructed knee. Decent throw power, similar to Tom Brady, but not great. Pretty solid accuracy across the board. Honestly, this card looks a little bit underwhelming. Looks a little bit lower than what I would expect an 85 overall quarterback to look like. And next up, we have Dak Prescott. Again, selling him a little bit on the speed here, but he is an improviser archetype here. Pretty low throw power. 85 is kind of the cutoff, the bare minimum of what I'd be looking for. Decent accuracy, decent throw on the run, but again, a card that I'll probably pass over for my squad. And next up, we have Russell Wilson, kind of a very similar card to that one we just looked at for Dak Prescott. 84 overall, decent speed, pretty mid throw power, a little bit lower than I'd like, decent accuracy, but really good throw on the run and play action stats for him. And next up, guys, we have probably the fastest quarterback in the game here. We have Kyler Murray, 83 speed, but he's got that measly 83 throw power here. Not great accuracy, but really good throw on the run stats. If you want to be running like a lot of quarterback options, and if you like to scramble with your quarterback, this is definitely the way to go. Could be an intriguing option, even as a backup quarterback to put in certain situations. And guys, that kind of wraps it up for all the players here. A whole bunch of content. I think we had over 30 slides that we looked at here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you saw some players that you want to add to your MUT squad. So there you have it, guys. That gave you a glimpse of everything you might have missed from the EA special stream just the other night. Hopefully you guys saw some players there that are intriguing to you. You can start to make a decision about which team captain you're going to pick and see if you're going to target any of those headliners players for your MUT 23 squad. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit me up in the comments. Catch you guys on the next video.